The Ordinary Day That Changed Literature. This is the story of Ulysses by James Joyee, a novel that takes place in just one single day, June 16, 1904. Nothing extraordinary happens. No wars, no revolutions, no epic battles, and yet it became one of the most important novels ever written. It was banned, it was called obscene, it confused readers, it frustrated critics, and today it is often called the greatest novel of the 20th century. But why? Why would a story about an ordinary man walking around Dublin change literature forever? The city is Dublin. Morning begins. We first meet Stephen Dedalus, young, intellectual, restless. He feels alienated from Ireland, from religion, from authority. He is brilliant, but deeply alone. Then we meet Leopold Bloom, not a warrior, not a king, not a genius, an advertising canvasser. He makes breakfast. He feeds the cat. He reads the paper. And Joyce turns him into an epic hero, because Ulysses mirrors Homer's Odyssey. But instead of gods and monsters, we get streets and kitchens and funerals. Instead of a 10-year voyage, we get one ordinary day. Bloom is the modern Odysseus, and Dublin is his ocean. Joyce's revolution was not in plot. It was in consciousness. He did something radical. He placed the reader inside the human mind. Not polished thoughts, not structured sentences, but raw, shifting consciousness. Half-formed memories, private desires, embarrassment, jealousy, random associations. When Bloom walks past someone in the street, we do not just see what he sees. We experience what he thinks, and thoughts are messy. They jump, they circle back, they contradict themselves. This is stream of consciousness. Reading Ulysses feels less like reading a novel, and more like overhearing a mind thinking. And that is why many readers feel lost, because real thought is not linear. Joyce was not trying to tell a simple story. He was trying to capture life as it is actually lived, internally. When Ulysses was published, it shocked the world. Not because of violence, but because of honesty. Joyce wrote openly about sexuality, about bodily functions, about private thoughts that polite society pretended did not exist. Publishers were prosecuted, copies were seized. The novel was banned in the United States and Britain. But Joyce believed literature should include everything, not just what is noble, but what is human. And he did not just challenge morality, he challenged language itself. The novel has 18 episodes, each written in a completely different style. One reads like a newspaper, another like a religious catechism, another becomes surreal and hallucinatory, another imitates the entire history of English prose. Joyce was not just telling a story, he was experimenting with what language could become. Every chapter asks, what else can fiction do? At its heart, Ulysses is about connection. Stephen is searching for a father figure. Bloom, whose infant son died years ago, is searching for a son. Their meeting is quiet, no dramatic music, no grand revelation, just two lonely individuals crossing paths in a vast city. And that subtlety is the point. Joyce believed heroism exists in small gestures, in patience, in endurance. Bloom is mocked, ignored, misunderstood, but he remains gentle, compassionate, curious. In a world full of noise, Bloom's humanity becomes heroic. Joyce tells us something radical. You do not need to slay monsters to be epic. Surviving the day is enough, and then comes the ending. Molly Bloom, for much of the novel, she remains distant. But in the final chapter, Joyce gives her the stage. A monologue with almost no punctuation, no formal structure, just flowing thought, memory, desire, resentment, tenderness. Her voice moves like waves, and the novel ends with a single word. Yes. That yes has echoed through literary history. It is affirmation. It is sensual. It is life continuing. After confusion, doubt, wandering, the novel ends with acceptance. Yes, perhaps that is what Ulysses truly is. Not a puzzle to solve, not a book to conquer, but a day to inhabit. One city, one consciousness, one ordinary life, and Joyce shows us that inside every ordinary day, there is something epic. Yes,